happened many, many years ago that a certain Harper was invited to play at a wedding. Now, the wedding was taking place at a farmhouse away over the mountains from where the Harper lived, and he knew it would mean a long walk for him, but, well, the bride and groom were good friends of his, so he decided to go. The party was quite an occasion, as you can imagine, and it was well into the night before it finally broke up and the Harper headed for home. Just as he was crossing the highest part of the mountain pass, a dense fog rolled in and he lost his way. Stumbling about, trying to find the path again, he came to a steep slope, lost his footing and slid right down into a big bog. The treacherous crust gave way under his feet. Soft black mud oozed round his ankles, and he felt himself slipping further and further down. The Harper suddenly felt very sober and cried out in fear, "Help! I'm sinking!" He tried to raise himself on his harp, but that only plunged the instrument deeper into the bog, and still he sank lower and lower. He clutched at the long grass at the edges, but the grass only broke. Every effort to save himself left him sinking deeper and deeper as the gurgling slime sucked him down. With mud up to his shoulders, he finally threw back his head and screamed, "Somebody! Help me! I'm sinking!"
His cry was just dying away when a strange thing happened. The fog cleared as quickly as it had come, and there, at the edge of the bog, stood a little man, completely dressed in green. "Here, lad," he shouted, "catch this!" And he threw across a strong, thick piece of rope, which the Harper caught and grabbed for dear life, and was gradually pulled out of the sticky mud. "Oh, lad," said the wee man, "look at you! You're covered in mud from head to foot. You'll have to come home with me. It's not far away, and I'll see that you're looked after." And true to his word, it wasn't far, because they just walked over the next rise, when there in front of them was a huge mansion house, blazing with candlelight. Through an open window could be heard the sound of music and laughter. The Harper was puzzled. He knew this countryside quite well, but he had never seen a house like this before. But he was too tired to worry about it, and frankly just so grateful to be alive that he followed the host inside. The little man shouted for a servant, "Prepare a hot bath for our guest," and lay out a clean set of clothes. The Harper, once he was bathed and dressed, came back downstairs, and his new friend handed him a large glass of sparkling wine. "This will help you recover from your fright in the bog. Now come through, meet my friends, and have yourself some fun." So into the ballroom they went, and there the Harper saw that the room was filled with elegantly dressed ladies and gentlemen who were having a wonderful time, eating and drinking and dancing to the lively music. Suddenly, at the Harper's side appeared a raven-haired girl. She took his hand and led him out onto the dance floor. In all his days, the Harper had never seen such a lovely creature before, and he was completely enchanted by her. Together they danced happily, hour after hour. But there was one sadness in his heart, for the Harper could not forget that his beloved harp was still deep down in the black, slimy bog, lost forever. Just at the first light of dawn, a cock crowed and the party ended. The Harper was led to a soft feather bed, Instantly he fell fast asleep to dream of his beautiful dancing partner.
Some hours later, the sun was high in the sky, and the Harper dreaming away of his beautiful black-haired dancing partner, when he felt a kiss on his cheek. Smiling, he opened his eyes, expecting to see the lovely girl beside him. Imagine his surprise when he saw instead an old, bedraggled sheepdog bending over him and licking his lips. There was no trace of the fine feather bed or the candlelit ballroom. No, the Harper was lying in a rocky sheepfold. His clothes were caked in mud from the bog. But the smile returned to his face, for there in a clump of rushes at his feet, and covered in the same black mud, was his very own harp.